All right, this is going to be my second video, my second YouTube video that I'm dropping for you guys. I'm doing it. What's up, y'all? SoKarl&Erry. It's your boy Carl with the K, Carl with the arms, Carl, the realest Libra there ever was. I don't know, I'm still playing around with it. All right, so did y'all miss me? I know y'all missed me. I know y'all really liked my last video that I put online. And I want to thank y'all for the support and the love that y'all have sent my way, okay? Thank y'all so much. This was so hard. This was so hard for me. I really just wanted to start sharing my journey with living with pityriasis alba, okay? Now, the last video, we've defined what that was. If you don't know what pityriasis alba is, from my perspective, check out my last video, go watch it. You know, get yourself acclimated and acquainted with what it is we're doing right now, which is a continuation of me sharing my journey and my story, living with pityriasis alba, that dang alba. Anywho, how y'all doing? Okay, we made it to Q2 of year 2025. And so much has happened since we last spoke, okay? So for this video, what I want to talk about today is a couple of things. I want to talk about a couple of things, and these things that we're going to talk about during this video are from what I've been doing in the last couple of weeks since y'all have last seen me. So I did go to a dermatologist out in Brooklyn. Okay, shout out to Brooklyn. And I found a Haitian dermatologist. And so I had to go all the way out there because I said, oh, you know what? That's my sister. My sister is gonna know how to help me, how to cure me, because we know that the ancestors just be talking to us, okay? So that's how that happened. I went to a dermatologist. I'm going to now show y'all a little clip of my experience going to see a dermatologist. It's very quick and very short. And then following this, we'll continue with the video. If you want to go ahead and skip through the clip of me visiting the dermatologist, go ahead and skip through the numbers that I have on the video at the bottom. So I have arrived to the dermatologist and I'm sitting down to see the dermatologist. So, I might stop by and get Erry some Haitian food, even though we decided we're not gonna eat fried foods for a little bit, because you know we're working on our summer body. I'm gonna see whether I have the energy after this to go to Cal's Bakery, because we in Flatbush, so we gotta do it right. On the way back, we'll see if I get him some Dillac sauce. And the dermatologist, by the way, that I'm seeing today, I don't know if I mentioned it before, is Haitian, so I'm really excited to just see what do you call them? To see a professional or medical professional or healthcare professional that is also from the island. So I'm really excited about that. Okay. Just in case you're not comfortable with leaving the camera on, I'm going to just do this and we might have to check in a little bit. Somebody said I wear glasses all the time. I got the feedback that I wear glasses all the time, so y'all really never get to see my face. So I'm taking them off so you can get into the visage, so you can see clearly the situation. But it's not just here. I also have spots here. Kind of have it out everywhere. Yes.
Hello.
Hi, good. How are you?
Video?
Oh no, it's just my face. I'm documenting my skin journey, so I'm not gonna grab your faces. That's fine. That's okay.
Are you recording right now?
Yes.
You have to pause for the
Okay,
visit.
I can do
You
that.
can't have anything recorded, unfortunately.
Okay, no problem. Yeah.
I'm Valencia, by the way. I didn't.
All right, so that was me in Brooklyn seeing my dermatologist. Okay, probably like number 30 of me, just probably more than that. I've probably seen more dermatologists than that. Today I want to talk about a couple of things, okay, that have really just been sitting with me. So the first thing I want to talk about is my experience trying to find a dermatologist that I felt really understood what pityriasis alba was. Let's take out pityriasis alba in this case, to make it very specific to you, and think about whatever it is that you have an issue about, and you wanting to find a dermatologist or a healthcare professional that specializes and understands and knows what that thing is, because hopefully you'll go see them, you'll pay whatever you have to pay to see them, they'll prescribe you some medicine that will go ahead and rid you of whatever disease or discomfort or pain that you have, right? So think about it from that perspective. This is me trying to find a person who knows what pityriasis alba is. And so when you get online, y'all have probably experienced this too, is it's very difficult to find healthcare professionals that know exactly what they're specializing in. One of my biggest pain points with trying to figure out who can help me figure out what pityriasis alba is and how I get rid of it are dermatologists who just are not clear about what their specialty is, right? Like, you will find dermatologists that do a lot of things, right? And I'm always like, well, isn't it hard for you to really kind of specialize and own in on knowing exactly what may be causing a problem, right? Skin wise, whether that be on the skin or under the skin. Like, I just find that it's harder for a professional to specialize and to be expert in something when they say they do so much, right? So how do I know that you're passionate about figuring out what the hell is going on with me? I need you to be obsessed, okay? I need you to stick with it. And that's one of my biggest pain points with figuring out who you can trust to, one, know the information, love it enough, and be upset about it enough to really be able to help people like myself, right, who have this really rare skin condition. And so here's what not to do if you're one of those professionals, those healthcare professionals, especially a dermatologist. I'm talking to you, okay? I need you to get very specific with me. Put yourself in a box, okay? Put yourself in a box. I don't usually tell that to a lot of people because we don't live in boxes. But my dermatologist, as smart and as capable and as adequate as you are, I need y'all in y'all's bio description, whether that be on Zodoc or anything or anywhere, I need y'all to specify what it is y'all do, okay? I specialize in X, and that's it. If that's you, you're my kind of dermatologist. And especially if you specialize in pityriasis alba and like weird rash skin conditions or eczema or whatever, just say that. Just stop right there. But then when y'all add all of the many things that a human being might experience with their skin, that is not helpful to somebody who is looking for something very specific, okay? So that's my biggest thing. And then the second thing y'all do is y'all share y'all's life story and hobbies and all these other things, which, okay, I don't know, maybe for somebody else, that's great, right? Like, you're technically dating. It's a dating process. It's a ritual. I have to get to know you. You have to get to know me. Therefore, I really want to make sure that you have personality on top of also being an expert, because I want to like the person that's providing to me that service. So I get it, but is it necessary? Is it necessary for me to know whether you like to go to the beach on Saturdays and hang out with your wife called Sarah? Me I need to know that. Me I need to know black like that thing. What it's got to do with me? I'm here to figure out whether you are good at helping people with pityriasis alba, and you tell me what you do on the weekends with your wife and 2 kids. I don't know. That's to me, that's coming off like you're not a real professional. I cannot take somebody like this seriously. Like, your personality to me should show and come forth when I meet you. You know, your vibes gotta be right. Like, if you're a professional and a business person, then you shouldn't have to worry so much about personality like the first time somebody reads about you or comes across your bio. I need to know what you do. It's as simple as that. Okay, so this is a public service announcement to all dermatologists out there that specialize, that are super talented and specialize and well learned and well equipped in all these things. I need you to get specific with me, okay? Or for anybody else that's looking, because it's just gonna be so helpful and make the process less stressful. We've got to make it easier for folks to find the care that they need. Okay? We gotta stop playing around, especially y'all that say you know how to do a lot. Then I get to the doctor's office and I pay my $45 or $75 copay, whatever kind of insurance you got, and you sit on the screen Googling what the hell could possibly be wrong with me. Whoo! Now, if that doesn't make your blood boil, okay, you done took a Uber that cost you like $30. I live, New Jersey, New York area. So you done took a Uber that cost you probably $30 to get to your dermatologist, okay? You get to the dermatologist, and you sit down and you wait for maybe 45 minutes to an hour before you're seen, okay? Then when you are seen, you're still waiting for the doctor to come and see you, but the doctor is hopping around in the different small rooms, right? The nursing rooms. I don't know if that's the word for it, but chambers, those different chambers are numbered. You know that the doctor is hopping around. And by the time the doctor gets to you, they take a quick look, sometimes not even paying attention to what you're saying or what you're sharing. And then when they give it a good think. They're thinking. They're saying all of the things that it could be, based off of their experience. And then they go to the internet, literally roll their desk to the internet and research in real time what could possibly be going on with you. Are you doing your homework right now? Are you doing your homework right now? We can't be doing our homework together. And then I pay money out of my pocket for us to be doing research together. Like, no. I don't want that. Don't do that. Okay? Don't do that. Dermatologists that do that, don't do that. If you are not a dermatologist and you don't know, don't do that. Just recommend. If you are a dentist and you're like, I don't know. Here's a good person. Here's a person you should see. This person will definitely help you with your problem. That's it. I just need y'all to do better. Just do better, please. Just help a brother out. Help a sister out. Help anybody out. Help them for real. Okay. Now that was my very long rant. Okay, my very long rant about dermatologists who come off sounding and looking like they don't know what they doing. Alright, the next thing I want to talk about. Is, okay, so for my last video, I shared with y'all a little bit about my process and what I did to kind of figure out what is going on with my skin, but also just to keep things at bay, keep myself, it's maintenance at this point. It used to be really bad, like where you could like literally see on my skin the spots in which they were. You can still see it, but it was like patchy. It was like real patchy. It was like, whoa, what's going on? Maybe I have some pictures that I'll put in about what my skin used to look like. But now it's sort of like, it's not really like Michael Jackson or like, it's not like I'm losing. Again, this is not vitiligo. I'm not totally losing my melanin in the skin. It's just that there are some places where I have hypopigmentation, which is the loss of a little bit of melanin in the skin. But it's a bit more spread out across the face, so it makes me feel like it's really not that noticeable. And so I do things to keep it at bay. I make sure that I am moisturized. I wash my face as best as I can before I go to sleep at night. Because sometimes, you be tired. You be like, oh, I'm tired. But, make sure that you wash your face. And then the products that I use. So I mentioned I use Cetaphil a lot. Both for my daily lotion moisturizer and as a facial cleanser. I mentioned I use Cetaphil and CeraVe mostly for like facial cleansers, and then also for as my daily moisturizer lotion. And I go back and forth between CeraVe and Cetaphil, but I feel pretty safe with those two brands. I don't feel any kind of I don't feel super dry. But I'm not looking for something real special. That's where my fragrances and things come from. Like my lotion just needs to make sure that it doesn't dry my skin. My soap doesn't dry my skin. It does the work. It cleans me up. My lotion moisturizes my skin, and that's it. And then you can add on your other things if your skin can handle it. But so I try to keep a lot of the products like very safe for me to use. I don't use anything that's overly, there's like a lot of fragrance in it. I don't use anything that seems like it's just complicated. It's a complicated product. Like I need something simple, and that's what I use. And so when I dropped my video last, y'all had a couple of recommendations for me. Thank you for sharing. Some of those I had already tried. Like one islander mentioned Selsum Blue. Okay, one islander mentioned, I don't know if you can see it. One islander mentioned Selsum Blue. I used to use. It still doesn't sound right. Why am I tripping with this? I used to use. Anyway, moi dès qu'on utilisait, moi dès qu'on utilisait ça, ok, dès qu'on lave les cheveux avec. I used to wash my hair with that back in my teens. I didn't have this issue in my teenage years. This is more my adult years. It's always been backwards for me. Like I had chicken pox, I think roughly around the same ages that everybody has them. And then I had something else late. Something else came late, and this is something that feels like a lot that came late too, because pityriasis alba typically is known to, to be for kids. Pityriasis alba mostly happens in your childhood. Like, you'll see some of these maybe fairer skin. I don't think that I don't mine is most fairer. They're more light. Their skin is like light skin, right? And so you could see it's like a caramel brown skin. You could see the patches, give him that little coffee cream morning skin. Usually you see that with kids. But for me, it happened later on in life when I was, still, 15. So, you decide how old you think I was when it started happening, bitch. Yeah, it just came later on in life for me. So, we are going to keep it pushing. Okay, we're going to be like, okay, it's here. We're going to figure it out. And like the title of this series, How to Live with Pityriasis alba. So, some of those products I had already used. I used this in my teen Selsun Blue, but I'm going to give this a try again. Okay. Another one of y'all, another islander mentioned something called saparaida. Hold on, I need to go look it up. Okay, sarsaparilla, sarsaparilla, sarsaparilla. Why am I saying it like that? Sarsaparilla. SARS. All right, I don't know. One of y'all mentioned to use that as well, so I have that currently sitting in my Amazon because I can't just try anything y'all tell me to try. Okay, I'm going to consider, but I'm not trying to put myself in a worse situation by just putting on anything on the skin. So it is sitting in my Amazon shopping cart right now. Whether I have the emotional bandwidth to say, okay, let me go ahead and try this other product, we will see. Okay, but now keeping products at minimum, because if you try on so many things, you're never going to figure out what may be causing the issue, at least topically, right? Orally, internally, where like that's a whole other thing, which we will figure out. Other products that I've acquired since we've last spoke. I told y'all I went to see my dermatologist, and so I'm so bad. I have not tried these since, because I kind of wanted to open it like a present, and show y'all what I was gonna be trying. Like, ooh, it's a big reveal. Another product. However, 100 products. Also, hold on. I never showed y'all my products. I never showed y'all all of the things that I've tried in the course of my life. Hold on, because y'all know I'm in my bathroom. Bitch. Look at me. Look at this. Y'all, I got, what you need? What you need, Brent? I got it for you. You need that Pine Crolamis. You need that Pine Crolamis cream, 1%. I got you. Do you need Tacrolimus ointment? I got you. Do you need clotrimazole and bethamidosone dripopionate cream USP? Do you need that? I got you. This is all just so y'all can understand why this is sometimes just so like, am I really about to put myself through another spin of trying to figure this out? because it's mostly been try this, try that, try this, try that. Well, I've tried everything. We're going to reveal the products that I've been prescribed this time. Probably have been prescribed those products before, but we're going to reveal what new product Carl with the K is going to try next on the skin. All right. Okay. Oh my goodness! It is Cyclo. What is? Hold on. Oh shit. Okay. This is called. What is this? There we go. Cyclopiwax shampoo. Okay. This is called the Cyclopiwax shampoo. So we have the Cyclopiwax shampoo. I'm supposed to apply topically, use one application topically, lather into the scalp for 2 to 3 minutes, then rinse. Okay? So that is my Cyclopiwax shampoo. Why is it that when it's something hard to pronounce, that's when the Creole be coming out? Like, why? Why we do that? Anyway, I feel like I want my other languages to come out. Y'all don't know this, but I speak like 4, 5, 6 languages. Okay, four. Okay, je parle français, moi parle créole, allo espagnol, y también I speak English. So yeah, and I'm working on Italian right now. Grazie. Cornetto, cafe. Okay. And I'm also working on, actually, yeah, I'm kind of like polishing up my Creole and everything. But anywho, I digress. Okay, so on top of the Cyclopirox shampoo, I'm also going to do the Cyclopirox Olamine cream. Okay, 77%. That's what it says. Cyclopirox Olamine cream. Okay. There we go. The cyclopluoxylamine cream. Or, actually, it's just more cyclopluoxylamine cream. So these are my gifts. These are my gifts. Okay, that was the big reveal. These are the products that I've had since our last conversation. Since the last time we spoke. So I'm going to give those a shot and give them a try and see how they go. But I really want to thank y'all for being engaged with me, for being interested in this. Like I said, I'm just trying to put it out there into the world, and hopefully if you're one of those people and you've been through the same thing or you're going through the same thing, you're not alone. We in it together, friend. We in it together, friend. Okay, wait. I feel like I wanted to talk to y'all about so much stuff. Like, it's only been 30 minutes, and I'm not sure that my husband, my editor, will be able to use any of this. Can I add a little segment to this YouTube video? Y'all know I love me some series. But I wanted to introduce a segment of the Living with Pityriasis Alba series. And this segment comes from me because I do, I consider myself to be a humanist. I believe in our species sometimes, and the beauty of it and the complexity of it, and I lead with that. Like, I love connecting with people on an astral level. Like, we need to be up here and we need to connect, because that's how I feel like I really get to know you. But me, I lead with my personality. I lead with who I am. Oh shit! But I love connecting with people. I lead with my personality in the hopes that it just attracts folks who are like me. Like we connect on an astral level, and that's how I am. And so I always am intentional about the kind of things that I put out, and I wanted to, on top of already being very transparent with y'all about my experience living with pityriasis alba, I wanted to go even deeper and use this same platform to have a series called, that I'm gonna call for now, Under the Surface, right? And I think it fits here in this space. Why? Because I feel like when we're talking about pityriasis alba and the things that we can see and the things that we're always so critical of, on ourselves for, or we point out a lot, we notice it, or we're insecure about, are things that are on the surface, right? There are things that are on the surface. There are things that somewhat privileged people get to be worried about, like your looks and oh my gosh, how are you being perceived, and what do people think, and oh my goodness, do I love myself? I need to love myself. I need to not be so hard on myself. Like, a lot of it, we're just visual people, and I wanted Under the Surface to be to I wanted to make I want to make I want to make Under the Surface a thing, because we go through life not really seeing a lot of what's under the surface. You see people outside, and they may look a particular way, they may present themselves a particular way, but under the surface they probably have a lot going on. Now, I'm not trying to be depressing here, but I'm hoping you feel I'm being real with you about, nah, shit. People got shit they're going through. I got shit I'm going through. And so, in full transparency, I'm going to be using this segment to let y'all know how I'm doing, how I'm feeling during the week, what's under the surface. And you can share with me what's going on under your surface too, right? What's going on under your surface? What's happening with you? How has your week been? So, yeah, that's what it's gonna be called. So, under the surface, I'll go first. What's going on with me? It's been tough. Okay, y'all know that Erry and myself are such, goodness, we're awesome. We are awesome. Him and I are like adventurers in space who have found each other, and we're just continuing to explore this place, and we're doing it together. And we are creative, and there's so much that we want for ourselves and so much we see for ourselves, and it's been hard. It's been hard because all the things that you want to achieve in this lifetime and who you want to achieve it with, and I want to achieve things with my husband in this lifetime. But when life is lifing, you got things going on. I have things going on. I have to work. Okay, I've got a 9 to 5. I'm happy to be employed. Please, please let the corporate check keep coming in, because content creator ain't taking me there yet. Okay, content creation is not taking me there yet. Though we love it, it's just been it's hard because I constantly find myself kind of wanting to give everything I do 100%. Everything I do, I want to give it 100%. If I work, I want to give that 100%. If I'm doing content creation, I want to do that. I want to give it 100%. So it's a constant battle of balancing priorities, juggling those priorities. I should have just done like this because they're not that big, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I would say that that's what's going on with me. Just trying to make sense of the things you have to do, and the things you want to do. And just dealing with that in the same way that I'm sure a lot of you probably are as well. So what else is going on for me under the surface? I think that's just it. Just figuring out how to live with duality, because some of us have to, some of us don't have a choice but to compartmentalize and live this way. But those are the cards that you were dealt with, and that's what you've got, and we're gonna play those cards well, friend. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. All right, well, that was a little segment. Let me know how you are doing, friend. Like, what's going on under your surface, okay? We're here to talk about what's going on above the surface, but what's going on under the surface? You doing okay? All right. So that's it for me. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna make this video. I just feel like I've just been talking, and hopefully you made it to the end of this video. Congratulations, congratulations. But thank you so much for watching. I get excited the more I do these, because it makes me feel like I really want to connect with you. You really want to connect with me. We really want to connect together and learn what's going on with that skin. Pityriasis alba, you know what I'm saying? So pityriasis alba is probably here to stay. But until then, we're going to figure out how to cope and deal with it, how to love ourselves despite the things that we cannot control. That's really what this is about. This is about us loving ourselves despite the things that we cannot control. And so we will be here for a fun time trying to figure it out. And if we don't figure it out, we will heal together and find peace and serenity and love within ourselves, which I do have. Don't get it twisted. Me love myself. Me love them team. Me love Slim Slime. Me love Carl with a K. But some of that work is hard. So self-love is a hard thing to practice. It's hard to, and what I'm hoping is that we do it together, right? That's it. Thank you, Islanders. Thank y'all so much for watching. Catch me next time on SoKarl&Erry, though my husband is not here in this room with me. So me. I'll see y'all in the next video. Okay, that's it.